Hi, my name is Sivan. I'm the co-founder of Lightbox. I started Lightbox with my other co-founder, Aditya. We really started Lightbox to help businesses streamline operations in this new contactless world. So what does that exactly mean? We've essentially built a flexible software and hardware platform that allows businesses to easily interface between the offline and the online world. So what does that actually mean? Well, first we have this hardware device that has a number of sensors and devices inside it, such as an NFC device for payment, an ID card scanner for ID verification. And really the idea is that this device can be added onto any touchscreen that allows for a variety of use cases, such as if you're a business that needs to check in, check out, accept payment, verify IDs. Over the next couple of minutes, I'll walk you through some use cases to actually show how Lightbox works in the real world. So now I'm going to demonstrate a use case that is very common in the online world where you have billion-dollar companies that specialize in this, which is getting feedback from customers. And in the offline world, it doesn't translate very well. Usually when you're at the place, either you're too busy, you're running around, you have to fill it out on a piece of paper, or you have to download some kind of app. Let me demonstrate how this is super simple on Lightbox. It could be on any device, and let me just give you an example. So let's say I'm a passenger flying Alaska Airlines and I see one of these kiosks that essentially says, hey, give us feedback, and you actually get a 15% food voucher that you could redeem right then and there. All I have to do, I don't have to sign up, don't have to download anything. All I do is scan my boarding pass, and it says, hey, welcome to your airline. So it knows who I am based on my boarding pass. So essentially I take this survey, I'll let Alaska Airlines know how I'm doing. So while I take this survey, again, this could be done on a smaller device, it doesn't have to be done on such a large device. But the idea is that it's super seamless, I don't have to do anything, all I do is literally scan my boarding pass, take the survey, and here's the amazing part. Now that I've taken the survey, then I can just pull out my phone, and I can either, using NFC or using this QR code, I can then redeem this offer. So now I have a 15% off Alaska coupon. As you saw, this is pretty seamless. All I do is scan my boarding pass, answer a few questions on the kiosk, and get a coupon. So this is just an example of how we're able to take the simplicity of an online product and bring it to the offline world and really build that consumer experience that's just a one tap or one click away. So now I'm going to explain a very common use case in the offline world, which is checking in and checking out of a business. And what we've done is, I'm going to use an example of urgent care, checking into an urgent care. We're working with a number of healthcare companies to make the patient check-in and check-out process easier. So let me give you an example. So first, this Lightbox, the advantage of using this Lightbox is it has a number of sensors on it. You can have an ID scanner, you can have a thermal temperature sensor. So let's say I'm a patient, I walk into this urgent care. So the first thing I do is click on check-in, and then it basically says scan your insurance card for a contactless check-in process. So then I scan my insurance card. Now it basically pulls up a few questions for me. Right? So then it says please verify the following information and start. So there you go, here's my actual information. My name, insurance, my actual photo. Then it's asking me if this had a thermal sensor. Essentially, please stand in front of it. It's going to take a temperature scan, temperature check passed. It says continue. Let's go to a patient questionnaire. Why are you here? Do you have any of these symptoms? No. You know, why are you here? Let's see, I'm here for a fever. And again, this can be done on the smaller panel as well. I'm just giving you an example on the larger panel. Typically for healthcare check-in, check-out, we typically go with the smaller panel. So you submit it and that's it. It says, please have a seat. Someone will be here with you shortly. So now I'll demonstrate how you could check out of a facility. So now I've checked in this urgent care use case, I've seen the doctor, now I need to pay and check out. So essentially all I do is same thing. I essentially click on checkout and it says, okay, scan your card to create a checkout process that's contactless. So again, I scan my insurance card. It pulls up, please verify the following information before you pay. Again, same information. Again, it's getting this from my ID as well as a camera on board. Then I hit submit. Now all I do is then take my phone out and just using contactless pay, I can essentially pay with NFC or using a QR code. I could scan this and pay with Apple Pay. So as you can see, it was very simple. All I did was scan my card and touch my phone. So as you can see, what we've done is that a typical check-in and check-out process for a business is pretty cumbersome. You have to fill out paperwork, there's a front desk person. Using a panel and using the Lightbox to simplify this entire process. Essentially, you scan your ID, you pay with your phone. It's really this mentality of using these interfaces to make the whole process simpler. Thank you. So as you've seen on those use cases, whether it's checking in, checking out, paying, submitting your email, your contact information, we've made this entire process very seamless from a consumer perspective. All I do is tap my phone or take a QR code, and that's how we made it simpler for businesses. So essentially what we're doing is we're helping them streamline their offline operations and connecting it to the online world. And why is this possible today with Lightbox? For one thing, we're using existing hardware. So we're just using an existing touchscreen, and essentially we focus on efforts on building this hardware device that has a number of sensors and accessories in it, whether it's an ID card scanner, a printer, a thermal temperature, a camera. All this can be built within this device. The next thing is we're all moving to a contactless world. Because of COVID, consumers are more used to this contactless experience where now I'm not interacting with other associates, but I'm actually interacting with the panel, with the business. And lastly, the most important part is we really have given this some product thought. So rather than kind of thinking about deeply integrating with business, we actually work within their existing infrastructure, whether that's Shopify for Commerce or a ID verification provider. Lightbox actually is configured to work within that infrastructure. So thank you. Our vision is to create this one-tap seamless world in the offline world where consumers can have the same delight they're used to in the online products in the offline world.